Hello guys, welcome to this video. So I'll be looking at the computer studies practicals NECO 2024. So for this video I'm going to concentrate on the part 1, which is the number 1 aspect of this paper. So it has to deal with Microsoft Word. So let's begin. So the question says use a computer. So let's read the instruction first of all. Use computer system to answer the question. So it's very important for every question that you answer, you use computer system to do everything. So use Calibri font face, Calibri typeface with font size 12 all through except otherwise stated. Okay, so let's take note of that. No content of your work should be identical to any other candidate. You are required to print out the hard copies of your work. Okay. A1, use figure 1 as a guide to create a school registration form with Microsoft Word. Okay, so let's create these as a guide first of all. Okay, so let's create something that looks like what we have in this figure 1 first of all. Okay, so let me go ahead and then open Microsoft Word here. So the first thing I want to do is to save my work. So I'm going to save it in desktop, and I will save it in my NECO folder. Okay, so I can call this my name. So my name is Ikechukwu Anolefo, so I'm going to call it Ikechukwu Anolefo, and then you can end it with your with your registration number, whichever one. All right. Okay. So let's create what we have right there. So I think around here I have logo and then school name, passport. Okay, so let me just go to insert and then have this shape right here, maybe around here, and then add a text here and then call it logo. First of all, let me just make the field to be no field, and then call it logo here. For some reason it is white, so let me just go to font here and then make it black. Okay, so here, so let me copy this. I'll hold down my control key and move it to the right. Is that possible? I think so. It's supposed to be. Move it to the right here. So I'm going to call this one passport. Okay, just make it a little bigger somewhere around here. Okay, so let me just leave it the way it looks. And then the next one will be, let me see what I have. Okay, let me see what I have in there. School name and then school motto. Okay, so I'm going to write school name here. School name here, and then enter, and then I have school motto. Excuse me. Okay, so I probably will select these, okay, and then center align them to look like what we have in the question. Now, another thing I need to do, I need to select everything. You want to be sure that you have Calibri, the fonts are Calibri, and then also the size will be 12. Okay, so make sure that that is obtainable. So I have these. So the next thing I want to do is to have data, biodata. So I'm going to come down here, maybe double click right down here. Can that work? Okay, that will work. Okay, I have biodata. Biodata here. Okay, enter. So I'm going to have data 1 to 5. So I have data 1 here, data 2. Okay, so just copy this, enter, paste, remove 1. Okay, so I have 3 here, have 4 here, and I have 5 here. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is to have sorry, this. Okay, so you need to have something like this. So let me just make it a little smaller, and then making sure that there's no fill color in there. Just hold down my control key, carry it down here. Hold down control key and then replicate this one, and then replicate this by holding down your control key and dragging, and then do the same thing here. Okay, so I think this should be it for those, right? So the next one will be contact information. So let me just write contact information. So below, maybe here, down here, just give it 2 line spaces. So I'll write contact information. Okay. Okay, so there's a colon there, and then enter. So I'm going to have info 1 to 4. So info 1, info 2. So let me just have, okay, info 2, copy that, enter, paste. Okay, so I'll make this one 3, make this one 4. Okay. Maybe I should increase the line spacing. Okay, let me just finish everything first of all and then see how it looks. What's the next thing? So info. Okay, so let me have this space, have this like this, and then space. I can actually copy this, cuts, and then paste here. I know why it does like that. Okay, paste it right there. Enter. Complete this a little further. So, okay, so I think I've got that already. So I can paste here and then paste here. Okay, so this is contact information 1 to 4. Medical information. So the next one will be medical information. Medical information. Okay, does it have a colon there? Let me see. Yes, medical information has colon there. So it has med 1 to 4. So I'm going to have med 1 here. Med 1 have something like this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this guy here. Copy this space, or maybe tab. Can tab work for me? Yes. Made 1, maybe have, go back a little further, then go back again. Okay, so the tab probably didn't work for me. So I'll have something like this. Have this like this. Go back a notch. Okay. All right. So I can repeat the same thing, copy this, go down, paste it right here. And then here, let me see, so med 1, this should be med 2. So at least there has to be a space. Med 3, sorry, that's med 4. So this should be med 3, med 3, okay? So I think that's about it. Yes, that's about it here. Okay, so in my own opinion, I've completed that. If you like, you can give some space just to fill up the page. But okay, let me just try to do that. Just increase the spacing. So let me just increase the spacing and see how it looks. Spacing here. Let me make it how many? 2.2. Okay, so it didn't spill over actually. It didn't spill over that much, so I think that's fine. So the only thing you might have to do again is to adjust these placeholders. Okay, so I probably might have to adjust this one, adjust this, and then adjust this one. So just make them look presentable. Okay. So I think that's about that. Let me see. It didn't spill over, so let me just delete. Okay, that's good. So it contains in one single page. So if there's any reason, and then if it spills over to the second page, maybe I will adjust the line spacing one more time, just to make it, not to do so. So let me just remove this and remove this. Have it something. Oops, this one is too much. Okay, so I think it's fine like this. Okay. Now let's go to application. So create a logo using the first name and second alphabets. Using the first and second alphabet of your surname in uppercase and place it at the top left corner of the form. Okay, so let's create something that represents a logo. Probably I will do it down here maybe, and then copy that. How do I do? I'm going to use my name. Let me think. Okay, so let me use the text box here. Let me use a text box. Just write the two initials of my name, AN, in block letters. Okay, something like this, right? Maybe another. Now I'm trying to make it fanciful, but I don't think it's necessary for you to do so. Okay. First of all, let me edit this. Let me remove the line, the outline, no outline. Fill color, maybe no fill, something like that. So I'll be able to have a what's it called? Oops. Let me hold Control and Control and Shift, so it will give me a perfect circle. I want it. So let me remove the fill too. Do I have to? No. Okay, maybe I should. Okay, so I can have something like this. Make this bold. Increase it a notch. Right. Maybe increase it a notch and then make it to be at this middle here. Something like this is enough to be a logo. Another thing I can do is to make the outline of the shape of the circle to be thicker, something like this. Okay, so this forms my logo. So I probably might select both, select this and select this, then right click on here and then group them. Okay, so this makes up my logo. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to carry it up to where it's supposed to be, which is up here. So I probably might remove this and then get my logo up there. So this serves up as my logo. Okay, so that's for that question, the application question, logo using the first and second alphabet of your surname in uppercase and place it at the top left corner of the form. Okay, so that takes care of that, right? So that's for number one application. So number two, it says replace passport at the top right corner of the form with any clip art of your choice. Now, if you ask me, I will tell you that this question is like it's outdated, but it's fine. Because 2003, 2007, Microsoft Word used to have clip art. Okay, well, I can't say it's outdated because Microsoft still has clip art, but it's no more offline, right? But of course, in the examination, you won't be allowed to use the internet. So what I'm going to do, what you can do if you're using Microsoft 365 for 2019 or 2016, what you can do here is to just probably go and get any image of your choice. from your laptop or from your computer, right? So, but by the way, you can actually insert clip art using the online version. But of course, in the examination, that's not possible. Okay, so I can get something like, let's say, news. Let me see if I can find anything on that. News, something on news. So you can take any of these clip art and then insert. But this is not allowed in the examination. So one of the things you can do, so even if you don't have any picture in your computer, you have to tell the examiner, okay, that you need is a picture, to be able to paste in there. Or you can create some, whatever, any picture, maybe using maybe any of these icon. Okay, well, it still accesses the internet, which is not supposed to be so. Okay, so let me just use any of my pictures. Another thing you can do is actually to use the sniping tool. Okay, I think that's probably what I might do. So what I'm going to do here is either using the sniping tool or the print screen. Okay, so let me just get the sniping tool. You can just search here, sniping tool. I have it already in my taskbar, but I just want to show you. So you can just use something like this, just in case if you don't have pictures in your computer, you can use this. Maybe take a picture here, just take a screenshot here, something like this. Okay, you can take the screenshot right here. You can just copy it here, and then you can come to your document and paste it on your document, something like this. Make sure it's the wrapping is maybe square. Can I maybe square or through, something like this, so you can actually move it to that side. So this might represent it might represent a clip art. Okay, so I don't think it's that bad. Okay, so this might represent a clip art actually, right? Good. Okay, so let me just edit it a little bit. Let me just give it some form of maybe. Oh, oops, this one is too much. Let me just give it slight. Okay, good. Okay, so this one is fine. So this makes up for your clip art. If not, you can actually go, if there's any picture, you can go to picture here from insert, and then go to device, this device, and then you can take any picture that you have, maybe from desktop. I can take my picture here. Any one of them is fine. Okay, but I'm just going to leave this one the way it is here. Okay, so that answers that particular question. Okay, good. So I replace school name with your name and surname. Okay, so let me just go ahead to do that first of all. School name, so my name and surname. So let me have my name right there. So my name is Ikechukwu Anolefo. Okay, so that's my surname right there. Okay, my name and surname. Adding secondary school as a suffix using font size 24. Okay, using secondary school as a suffix. I wouldn't know what they mean by suffix, but I know that suffix comes later. So I'm just going to have secondary school after my name, secondary school. Okay, something like this, and then making it to be 24, size 24 here. Okay, so that might be too big, right? So I probably might have to break it, or probably make my logos to be smaller. Oops. So let me just make my logos to be a bit smaller, right? So let me just make this something like this. Make the logo smaller just to be able to contain. So I'm just probably might keep it there, and then make my clip art here probably a bit smaller. Keep it there. Okay, so that's fine. Okay. What else? Let's see. This might be contestable, but okay, so that's what I can understand from what you're saying here. Adding secondary school as a suffix using font size 24. Okay, center align the school name and embolden. Okay, so the school name has to be center aligned and emboldened. Let me just let me just be sure of what I'm doing. adding sound. Okay, sorry. Center align the school name and embolden. So the school name here, let me just make it to fall down. Sorry, it will be center aligned, and then embolden it. Okay. What else? Okay, I think that's about it. So I think I might have to go back to how my logo was before. Let me just take it back to how it was. So what I have to do here is simply to move this one down and make it bold. I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so that takes care of the number 3 question. So if you have any suggestion, maybe I didn't interpret the question very well, you can leave a comment down below. You can help others on this particular question. Okay, so IV, it says replace school motto with your registration number and italicize it using font size 11. Okay, so my registration number, so I have to remove. Okay, so let me just remove this and have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, which represents my registration number. I need to make it to be font size 11 and then make it italicized, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. And italicize it using font size 11. Okay. That answers that. Okay. So V, use Tahoma typeface with font size 18 for the subheadings, biodata, contact info, and medical information, embolden and italicize. Okay. Contact information. Okay, so the subheadings. So let's go check them out. So this one, select this one. I will hold down my control key, select this, scroll down again, and then hold down my control key one more time and select this. So it has to be Tahoma. So let me see Tahoma. Okay, or they have to be Tahoma, and then use Tahoma typeface with font size of 18. So let me just make them 18. 18, right? Embolden and italicized it. Okay, so we embold them and then make them italic. Okay, so I think that's fine here. Let me go back to make sure that I'm on one page here. I use the delete button actually. Okay, right. So let's see the next thing there. So number 5 is done. Okay, now VI, it says for bio data, use the following subtitles: surname, other names. So let's go do that. So here, I'm going to remove data 1 and then have it as surname. Okay, surname. Okay, so I need to move this to the right. Okay, surname, and then I have other names. Other names. So move this one to the right too. Okay. Okay, so let me just move it right here and then move this one also to this point. Probably they're not aligned, but it's fine. Okay. Other names, let's see. And then phone number, date of birth. So let's see. Phone number. Move it to the right, move it a notch up a bit. Phone number. Let me see. Phone number, date of birth. Yeah. So I can as well move these ones. Date of birth. Okay. And the next thing is sex. To replace that 1 to 5 respectively. Okay. Sex. All right, so I probably will leave them like this. So let me see. So it's simply to replace the biodata, right? Using the following subtitles. Okay, so I think here I'm done here. VII provide corresponding data in rectangular boxes as shown in figure 1 for subtitles provided in application VI. Provide the corresponding data in rectangular boxes as shown in figure 1 for subtitles provided in application VI. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and fill up all this, right? So I'm just going to click here. Now, by the way, you can use a text box for this, rectangular bars, right? So, but here I use a shape. So I need to click on the shape and then right click and then add text, right? So my surname is Anolefu here. Anolefu. Oops. Why is it? Let me see. Oops. So let me just make this a little bigger to be able to show. Okay. Make this a little bigger too. Make this a little bigger. And then make this one bigger too. And the same thing with this. Okay. Good. So other names. So let me fill everything up. I'll click on it again. I think text box might be the best to use for this rectangular. So if you wish to. Other names will be Kechukwu. So for some reason this shows what's it called in white. Okay, so here I have Kechukwu. So my phone number, I'll click here one more time and right click and then add phone number. You want to make sure that this writes in 08034146897. So as I said, text box will be the best for this particular. So you can just go, if you want to draw this rectangle shape here, so you can go to insert and then use text box instead of shape. So I use shapes. That might not be the best. Okay, good, right? But if you can, this one will still serve you. Date of birth. Let me use this. So I'll have a 09/03/1999. Okay. Let me just select all again and then making sure that it's black. For some reason it's hidden there. Okay. Good. And then sex. Let me just right click one more time. Click on the shape. Select the shape. Right click on the shape, and then add text. I'm going to have sex is going to be male. Let me just shove male. Okay, so I think that's about it for this particular one. Provide a corresponding data. So this is done. Okay, so VIII for contact information use permanent home address, emergency contact, parent guardian name, and parents phone number to replace info 1 to info 4 respectively using font size 14. Okay, so let's go the contact information. So permanent home address. So let's go see that. Contact information. So here we're going to have permanent home address. Okay. Okay, so we'll have something like this. Permanent home address. The next one will be the permanent. I didn't get the spelling right there. Okay. Permanent home address, emergency contact. So let me have emergency contact here. Emergency contact. Okay, now I need to delete a little much of this. Delete it so that it will be able to fill up here. Okay, emergency contact, and I think it has to be, I think the size has to be 14, so just a notch again, reduce that, and then 14, the size has to be 14 here, and then delete some of the dash, the same thing here, make it 14, make this one 14 also, oops, 14, yes. All right, so emergency contact. So after emergency contact is a parent slash guardian name. So I have parent slash guardian name here. Okay, so I need to remove a bunch of this to fit in. And then parents, where's parent phone number? Okay. After parent slash guardian name, so I have parent's phone number. So I'll have parents phone number here. Okay. So remove much of these. Okay, so you have something like this. All right, so I think it's taking shape. Oops, it has gone to second line. Okay, it's fine. I don't think it must be, let me see, it mustn't be, I can actually reduce. Okay, when I finish, I will reduce the spacing just to make sure everything's contains within one one page. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, so everything here is done respectively using font size 14. So I think I'm done with everything here. So the next one is IX. For medical information subtitles, replace Med 1 to Med 4 with blood group, genotype, weight, and height, respectively. So let me just first of all do all this. So one will be blood group. So let me just go change that. So I'll have blood group here. Blood group, oops, blood group here. Okay, so probably might reduce all this, right? Reduce this one a bit. So the information there shouldn't be too much, so probably might reduce it. Okay. Blood group, genotype will be here. Genotype is fine here, and then the next will be weight and height. So I have weight here, weights, and then I'll have height. Okay, just make it a bit consistent. All right. Also, so now we're done with this respectively. Also provide appropriate corresponding data of your choice. So we're going to provide data of our choice for blood group, genotype, weight, and height. Okay, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use a text box to do that actually. So go to insert and then take text box here. So I'm going to have, let me write something here. So my blood group is O positive. So you can write O positive as yours if you want to, or O negative, whichever one that works for you. So I'm going to actually remove the outline color so that it will look professional, right? Outline color, and that the same as the fill color so that it will look professional here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, simply click on this object, hold down your control key, move it to this side. So my genotype here will be AA. Okay, AA. If you, yeah, I think that's fine here. So I'll do the same thing here, just click this one more time, and then hold down my control key and drag to be able to copy them to make a duplicate of that particular object. Okay, so probably let me just bring it down a bit using my arrow key. Okay, so my weight will be 60 or 70 kg. Let me just use 70 kg right there. Okay, 70 kg is fine. And then hold down my control key one more time and then move it to this one. And then I can say that my height might be 172 cm, maybe. I can't remember, to be honest. Or maybe, let me just say 5'11", 5 feet 11, something like this. Okay, so that should serve as our corresponding appropriate corresponding data for that, right? So that is done. So the next one will be X. Use your surname to create a semi-transparent watermark in a diagonal layout on your work. Okay, so I'm going to use my surname here to create a semi-transparent watermark. So let's go create watermark. So for us to create watermark, now importantly, let me just save my progress first of all. So as you're working, it's important that you save your progress. Now let's go to watermark. So to get watermark, you have to go to design tab. From design tab here, you can see watermark. So you want to go to custom watermark here. Now no watermark. So what I want is the text watermark here, text. Now the language is Saudi Arabia. I need to take United States or United Kingdom, whichever one. So the text will be Anolefo, okay, which is my surname. Okay, see that the color is already semi-transparent. Okay, so I can apply that, okay, and then close. Okay, so that gives it that particular semi-transparent watermark at the back. Okay, so I'm good with that. So the next one is print out the hard copy of your work in portrait format. Okay, so you can actually go ahead and print out your work. Okay, and you can see how that looks. Now another thing is I would like everything to be on one page. So I probably will go back and reduce the spacing here. So that probably might cost me another time, but I wouldn't mind. I will just do that for the sake of this particular video. Okay, so I'm going to select everything here. And then go home and then make sure that my line spacing, I'll make it probably 1.5 just to make sure everything fits here. So that's the problem. So everything probably will change, right? So I probably might have to do extra work again to make sure that everything fits. Okay, so most of the time I don't think this is necessary because the question never says okay everything has to be on one particular page, right? So it's just for it to be uniform. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, so even if your own falls within one page, you can still leave it like that. Okay, oops, let me go back. I probably will leave it the way it is, to be honest. I probably will leave it the way it is. Okay, so I don't think the question specifically says that it shouldn't be more than one page. So just leave it the way it is. At least you understand what we are talking about here. You understand the process. Okay, now so print. Okay, so now we've printed, and then there are a couple of other questions, the B part of this question, which I had done already. Where is it here? I think this is NECO 2024 question 1B. So I'd already done question 1B here, so you can actually go through them and then learn something from there. Okay, so by the way, I'm going to the finished work here. I'm going to leave a link down below for you to be able to download this in case you want to use it for your class or something. Okay, so I think that's about it for this. Is there another extra thing? Okay, so in the next video I'm going to treat the number 2 aspect of this paper. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.